Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. Today's video, instead of being kind of a weekly vlog, I figured I would do a full day vlog from wake up to bedtime. I haven't done one of these in a while and I like them. I think it's fun seeing how other people do certain routines or what they do all throughout their day to be productive. I like getting ideas from other people, so yeah, hopefully this video motivates somebody. But to start the day off, I am about to head out to the gym now. I am almost fully 2 weeks into my new workout routine, which includes walking 3 miles every single day and then 3 days of weightlifting at the gym, 1 upper body day, 1 lower body day, and 1 full body day. And I try to do them Monday, Wednesday, Friday, upper body, lower body, full body. So today is Friday, today is full body day, and I also have to walk my 3 miles, so it's a long gym day. So I want to be there by 5:30, which is in a few minutes, so I really need to get going. I need to be back. I always plan out my day. You know I'm very type A. I've got it all planned out by the hour. It's not like life or death situation if I'm a few minutes later on something, but it is nice to have sort of a time frame to go by. So I would like to be back and getting in the shower by 7:30. So let's head out to the gym and get this workout done. Bye, my love. You be a good girl? Somebody's getting a groom tomorrow. She is overfluffed. Oh goodness, was that good? Did y'all just hear him burp? Don't mind that. My deodorant decided to die this morning. You be a good boy, okay? He is also getting a groom tomorrow. He is overfluffed. Okay, it's getting close to 8 o'clock now, and the contractors usually show up around 8:30, 8:30. I can never really tell, but it's usually not before 8. So after I do my skincare, I need to walk my dogs over to my parents' house to get them out of the contractor's way for the day. They are supposed to be demoing the kitchen island today. It's not a full demo. The island is 2 levels and they're going to knock it down to 1 level. Last night I took everything out of the drawers and out of the cabinets and put them in boxes and set them aside and covered everything with, I have this like lightweight tarp that they're covering everything with to keep it from getting dusty. I thought about that at about 7:30. I went in there and asked my sister, I said, you know, if they're supposed to be demoing this tomorrow, do you think we should empty it? It didn't take me very long though. It is quite cold this morning. We're having some sort of cold front. I mean, we get a lot of those in January. It's really our only cold month of the year down here. But we're supposed to get a mega cold front next week. Some people a little bit further north are expected to get snow. We pretty much never get snow here. It happens once every couple of decades maybe. There was one day in, I believe it was my senior year of high school. We called them ice days because it really wasn't snow. Everything just had a layer of sleet and ice. The roads weren't safe to drive on. I think I have an old picture of the car that I drove in high school and beyond. It was my first big girl purchase I have a picture of it with ice all over it. And then we had real snow for the first time. It was the first time I've ever seen real snow because I've lived here my whole life. We had real snow last January. It was absolutely insane. We got 8 inches of snow. It was the best couple of days ever. I was just, my mood, I think because I was so amazed and it was just like this phenomenon almost, like it just, that never happens down here. And everybody had such a good time, but I was in such a good mood for like 2 days. And then of course when it started to die down, it was no longer snowing and things were kind of melting away. It got really boring because since we are not equipped for that kind of weather down here, everything was shut down. The roads were closed. I mean, there were like curfews in place because there was black ice all over the roads. And whenever we did eventually start going out, I think we were stuck in the house for like 3 days. And when we did start going out, it was scary. My husband drove because he's been like all over the world, so snow is not new to him, and driving in snow is not new to him, so he drove. But it was scary because we don't have tires, and for that we don't use like snow tires. They don't put salt on our roads, things like that, because we just don't get that kind of weather down here. My hair's got a lump in it from the ponytail. Hopefully that'll fall out. Anyway, I'm gonna walk them over to my parents and then cook me some breakfast. I am hungry. My go-to breakfast recently has been turkey sausage, scrambled eggs, and these Kodiak blueberry waffles. So good. Y'all be good today, okay? I love you. You be good. It's looking quite cluttered in here right now because I did empty out the island and I just decided to put my mixers up on the counter. They're normally in the cabinets on the island. This goes in a cabinet, and my cake pans I'm trying to get rid of since I no longer do cakes anymore. So with this job, it's part-time. I'm only allowed to get a maximum of 20 hours. And back whenever I did cakes, I only worked like 12 hours a week. I would work 3 days, like 4-hour days, because that's really all I could allot to this job. But now, since I don't do cakes, I try to almost max out my hours. I don't get the full 20, but I try to max out my hours, so that includes being creative, because there's not always 20 hours worth of work to do here. It's just a very low-key job, but I mean, I'm allowed to just sit here and collect the hours because it's like a budget that's set aside for running this place, and the salaries are in that budget. Or not salary, should I say, the pay, because we are hourly employees. For instance, yesterday I pretty much had nothing to do, so I just kept myself busy all day. I worked 4.5 hours. Today I also want to work 4.5 hours, which means I need to stay until 2:15, but I actually have quite a bit to keep me busy today, which is nice. I do have one slight dilemma. I usually eat lunch with my mom. If you're new here, she works in the same building just down the hall. And her and I usually eat lunch together, but I didn't have anything prepped. I kind of failed at that. I had stuff prepped earlier in the week, but I ate all of that, and I had something else that I was going to prep, and I did not prep it. So I do have a protein shake and a protein yogurt. My mom introduced me to these ratio protein yogurts. They're like 25 grams of protein, I believe, in each cup, and they are quite delicious. I've tried the strawberry and I've tried the blueberry, and I have a strawberry one with me today, so I'll eat those, and then I'll probably just have a late lunch, early dinner situation. Pick up something on the way home. I would cook as soon as I get home, but since they're gonna most likely, I mean, they're supposed to be demoing the island, the kitchen island, I definitely don't want to be in their way trying to cook, which is a big bummer because I do need to make my dog's food today, but that one is super hands off. I mean, I just throw things in a pot and let it go, so I really shouldn't be in their way doing that, because I can turn the pot on and walk away for a while. Okay, I decided to go to Chick-fil-A, and I've just pulled off into a parking spot to get myself situated. My go-to order there is usually a Chick-fil-A chicken cool wrap. It's very high in protein, the calories are decent, and unfortunately the dressing that it comes with is my favorite to pair it with, and it is the highest calorie, but I only eat about half of it because it is a very large packet of dressing. And then I'll sub the fries for a cup of fruit. So I'm just gonna get myself situated with this and then head home. Okay, so I just got home and I think the guys are gone for the day. They did not demo the island, but they did do some work in my sister's bathroom. I'll show you. It definitely looks different from the last time I showed you guys. I think the last time I showed you it was completely gutted. So since then they've done a lot of work. But they put the vanity in today. It's beautiful. It's going to be a double sink vanity, and she got 2 mirrors to go here. They had to do a lot of work in this bathroom because it was not up to code. So I would assume that that will be done probably next week, because they just have to tile the shower, put in the new toilet, put in the countertop, and then they'll start on the hallway bathroom. They're demoing that one too. They got us a new, or got them, I say us like I own this home. They got them a new attic door. The other one was broken, so it was like you could still use it and get up in the attic, but it was kind of dangerous. Oh, I'll show you the stairs. So the house is 2 levels, and a lot of this stuff was DIY from the previous owners, and the steps were not the same height. Like, I think this top step was way more of a dip than the bottom step or something like that, so they evened it out. They completely rebuilt the stairs, evened it out, and my sister saw this idea where you do tile kind of backsplash, and then the flooring on the run, tile on the rise, and it came out super cute. So they're gonna trim out this doorway to kind of finish it off. They also got a new entertainment center for the living room. They built that last weekend. It's such a mess in here. They've been replacing all of the doors. Like the back door is brand new. The French door is brand new. The French doors in my room will look like this back door. It'll have this little box at the bottom. They've also painted the fireplace, redid the mantle. So the kitchen, he did say that the countertops are in and they're gonna replace them next week. The kitchen is basically so the cabinets are gonna stay the same. They're gonna do a couple of things. Like they're gonna take out this Archie thing. My sister doesn't like that. She wants it to look more modern, so they're getting rid of that. This is gonna be knocked down to 1 level instead of 2 levels. All the countertops will be a black granite. Yeah, black granite. And then the backsplash. The backsplash will all be redone. This is just like a beadboard that the previous owners did. It's going to be turned into a white tile. So it's coming along slowly but surely. Things are definitely taking longer than they were expected to take, but I feel like that is on par with any sort of home renovation. Oh, another little life update that I have for you. Let me put this down. Christian had another job interview, I think 2 days ago, and things are looking really good for that one. Even though he's far out, the recruiter was explaining to him that this is the type of job that does quarterly hiring and training. So she told him to reach back out whenever he is closer to the end of his deployment, and she could get him into the October training, which is literally the perfect timeline. But basically, it would work out really well because he would get off of deployment, still have that transition pay time, and then he would start his new job. So we'll have time to do a little bit of vacationing, just spend some time together, and then move, because that's definitely gonna take some time. So the next few times that I go visit him before his deployment is over, we are going to tour some apartments. We've been looking at a lot. It's pretty much all he does in his spare time. We look up apartments, look up jobs, apply for jobs, and he sends me all of the apartments, tells me to look over them. He knows my requirements. I want 2 bed, 2 bath. I need a balcony, and of course it has to be dog friendly. I want it to be in a safe neighborhood. Bonus points if, for instance, he told me there's one that he wants to tour that has an indoor dog park, or like an indoor dog yard. So whenever it's really cold outside during the winter months, me and the dogs don't have to go for a walk outside because it snows up there a lot. So I was like, I'm sold. We'll take that one. But yeah, we've been able to find a lot of really nice places within our budget. So that's exciting. Speaking of the dogs, let's go get them, shall we? And make their dog food. Oh, the chickens. Hello, ladies. Somebody's ready to go. Are you ready to go? So one of the things that I did want to get done today was to bathe both of my dogs. I want to groom both of them tomorrow, and I have just learned through experience that it is a lot to bathe and groom both of them on the same day. So I figure if I cut it in half, bathe one day, groom the next, I'll be good. I've done that once with Ray because she's such a larger dog, and that was just, it seemed so much easier on me. So I'm gonna bathe them today, groom them tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and do my little one now because I do him in the kitchen sink because it's much easier on my back having him higher up, and he doesn't take as long. So I'll do that while their chicken is boiling for their food. Are you a little rat? You look like a little rat. Ready for a rinse? They're also replacing the sink whenever they do the countertops, which is gonna be super nice. She picked out one of those like big farmhouse type sinks. So I'm all done. All right. Luckily, his fur dries rather quickly because it's pretty thin, so. All right, I have definitely gotten their food routine down to a science. I boil the chicken in a big pot for 25 minutes. Like once it reaches boiling, boil it for 25 minutes. Transfer it to a big bowl like so. And then instead of water to boil the rice, I will use this chicken broth. So I need 5 cups of it. And then after I give it a decent rinse, I've already got my rice measured out. It's 2.5 cups of brown rice. Oh, I guess I could tell you everything that goes in it. It was 10 pounds of chicken breast boiled, 2.5 cups of brown rice, 5 cups of the chicken broth. And then this you bring to a boil and I let it simmer for 38 minutes. That's usually perfect time. And I bought that pot specifically for this. It makes my life a lot easier. So I will shred the chicken with a food processor. I buy canned green beans, a 50 ounce and a 28 ounce. You really only need like 70 ounces, but it's fine if they have a few extra green beans. And these, I can only find ones with sea salt, so I drain them and rinse them to get the salt off. ChatGPT said it was fine too, as long as I rinse the salt off. And then I do pure pumpkin, 6 cans of these. So it's 10 pounds chicken breast, 5 cups of cooked brown rice, 70 ounces of cut green beans, 6 15-ounce cans of pumpkin. If I can find the bigger ones, the 29-ounce cans, I'll get 3 of those instead. They're usually a better deal. And then I add their multivitamins. I'll go grab those. These are what I put in. This is a multivitamin. This is eggshell powder, calcium, pure calcium, and then omega oil. So the size batch that I'm making, I make it once a week. It lasts me like a week and a day. So I think I get, I get 8 days out of it. I usually make it once a week. It'll get 2 tablespoons of eggshell powder, 2 tablespoons of omega oil, and 8 tablespoons of multivitamin powder. And they love this food. Now, I originally started making the food from scratch after my little dog was diagnosed with Cushing's disease and diabetes that stems from the Cushing's disease. Specifically because of the diabetes, his diet was going to need to change. It didn't have to. They told me that he could keep eating what he was already eating, but they would just have to adjust his amount of insulin. And I just felt like that was counterintuitive. Like, they'd have to give him so much insulin just because he wasn't eating properly, you know what I mean? So that day that he was diagnosed, I did some research, got me a recipe, ran it by my vet. Everything was good. It's a very well-rounded recipe. And I'm not just gonna feed my little dog the special food and not my big dog, but she has to eat so much that it would cost quite a bit. It costs definitely more to feed them this than their old food, but I do feel a lot better about feeding it to them. And to cut my costs just slightly, I mix hers basically half and half, more like 2/3 homemade food, 1/3 kibble, and I just get a big bag of kibble from Sam's. It's decent ingredients, not the best, definitely not as good as homemade food, but I still feel really good about what I feed her. And yeah, I know that they're having a well-rounded diet, so that's all that matters, and it isn't too expensive. It takes me about an hour of hands-on time once a week. It's really not that bad, and I've got it down to a science now. I have minimized the amount of dishes that it takes, because whenever I first started doing this, it definitely took some tweaking and I was making a mess in the kitchen. And you still have to use quite a bit of dishes, but it does help that the big pot that I bought, it's a 12-quart pot. I'm able to cook the chicken and the rice, and then when the rice is done, I literally just dump everything into the pot and then divvy it up into, I got these little deli containers from Amazon. I've got a 2-cup size for my big dog, 1-cup size for my little dog, and I use a scale to measure out the right amount of grams. So well, we got a lot done today. The only thing I'm not gonna get to is bathing Ray. I'll just have to do that in the morning. I am out of the energy because I made their dog food and I cooked my family their dinner, and then I had to clean up. So I'm wiped now, and I still have to fold laundry later after it's done drying. That was something that I didn't account for doing today, so I'll just bathe her in the morning. It's no big deal. We have officially reached the point in the evening where I like to start winding down and get ready for bed, do my bedtime routine. Just want to show you guys what that looks like. I've changed into my pajamas. If you need to be influenced on any pajamas that are fairly inexpensive, I say go with the Target brand. It's sort of their intimates brand, I guess you could say. Auden, A-U-D-E-N. I've recently bought some of their bras and underwear. Love those. And this is the 3rd set of pajamas that I have from them. I have 2 pairs of, like, 2 sets. And then this one is a nightgown. And they're soft and they seem to last a while. So, because the one pair that I have, I've had for a long time, I feel like. Probably 6 months. It's hard to get jewelry off with these nails. But I will take all my jewelry off. I'll change into a nightgown or pajama set, light a candle, do my oral routine, my skincare routine, and then crawl into bed with my dogs. And that's usually my evening. It takes me like 30 minutes maybe to get to bed. One of my favorite parts of the day. Alright, it is about time for me to get these lashes off. I've had them on for a while. I like to change them out once a week. I've definitely had these on for a week. I think I've had them on for a week. I don't know, it just feels like it's time to change them. It always feels nice to take them off, put a fresh set on, but what I'll normally do is take them off at night and let my eyes rest for the night, and I'll put a fresh set on in the morning. I'm still using the same skincare routine, using Personal Day, although I've been out of their cleansing powder, the acne cleansing powder, which unfortunately is the 2nd step in my double cleansing routine. Normally I'll take my makeup off, with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost face wash. I've been using that for years. I just love it. It's very, very nice, very gentle, and it gets the makeup off good. And then I would use the acne foaming cleanser. One bottle lasted forever, but I've been out of it since probably mid-December. And when I went on the website to purchase more in December, when I knew I was running low, I went to go purchase more and they were out of stock. So I joined a wait list to let me know when it would be back in stock. And I hadn't heard anything. I checked the website again the other day. It was still out of stock. Well, it wasn't even that it was out of stock. It wasn't even on there anymore. Like, the full size was not on there. The mini size was. That's like a new thing. The travel size was not on there, I don't think. But a mini size was, which was strange. And so I emailed the customer service to see if, since it was off of the website completely, because normally if they're just out of something, it'll just say out of stock, join the wait list. But it just wasn't on there at all, and I was asking if they were just planning on not bringing back the full size, and they didn't. They definitely did not give me a clear answer. They just said, you can join the wait list. And I was like, there is no wait list to join. I already was on the wait list. But now the product's not even there to join a wait list for. And they were like, well, we just launched our mini size. That's fine, but I just want to know if you're gonna eventually restock the big one. If it does come back in stock, I will definitely get on a subscription for it. It's something that I would only need to subscribe for like every, I don't know, 4 months maybe. The bottle lasts forever, which is great. But I figure if I'm on a subscription for it, I'm guaranteed to get it. So like the hypochlorous acid gel, I'm on a subscription for, and that has been out of stock on the website before, but I still get my subscription. So that is the key, is to join the subscription list. But if not, I will, I don't know, I guess I should just bite the bullet and buy a few of the minis. That would be smarter, because it's good stuff. It definitely kept my skin in check, and I can tell a difference with not having it, like specifically these areas, my chin a little bit. So I need to just order it. Yeah, I think I've decided. I always buy a pack of these Zeiss, Z-E-I-S-S lens wipes, and I keep them here at my desk because I usually have to clean my glasses like twice a day, at least once a day. They just get so dirty throughout the day, especially if my dogs try to give me a kiss in the face. I usually get a lick on the eye. See how people can have dirty glasses? Drive me crazy. All right, that about wraps up my day. I'm just gonna crawl in bed with my dogs and call it. That is a full day in my life. I hope you guys enjoy. This is what a typical day for me really looks like, especially during the week. Waking up, having a full morning routine, working my part-time job, especially now that I'm not doing cakes anymore. These are what my days look like. Sometimes they look a little different, you know, I might have lunch with a friend or something like that, but for the most part, this is what they look like. And I'm okay with it. I like a little mundane lifestyle for most days of my life. So, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was a little bit motivational for you. If you're not subscribed already, please do. I'd love to have you as part of the family. If there's any other content you want to see from me, feel free to comment. I definitely could use all of the ideas. I'll take any inspiration. But yeah, I'll see you guys next Monday for another video.